Yat A Shike Do Shadane, She Annalisa Rockbridge Winshia. Yes, hi y'all, it's good. I'm Annalisa Rockbridge. I'm going to be your asana guide today. So let's get started. Let's have a seat on our heels. So the knees in front of us, and then sit back onto the tops of your heels. If this is uncomfortable in any way in the tops of your thighs or on your knees, go ahead and sit down in a cross-legged position. But this is called Varasana. So sitting onto the tops of the heels, the back of the heels. And then let's allow the hands to float in front of our bodies, about shoulder width distance. And then bend the elbows so the palms are facing us. Allow the right elbow to go underneath the left. And then allow the back of the palms to touch, or if you like, double wrap the hands for Garudasana arms. As you inhale, lift the elbows up towards the face. And as you exhale, push the hands away from your face. Continue to breathe here through the back, the shoulders, picking the back of the ribs up off of the waist as the lower belly moves in and up. When you're ready, as you exhale, lift the hands up and uncross the arms. Very nice. And allow the hands to float down. Very nice. And then let's do that again. As you inhale, float the arms straight out in front of you. Bend the elbows. This time the right elbow is going to rest on top, and then the back of the palms are going to rest among each other. Or if you like, you can go ahead and double wrap so the palms are touching. And as you inhale, lift the elbows up towards your face. And then as you exhale, push the hands away from the face. Continue to draw the lower belly in and up. Pick the back of the ribs up off the waist. And then draw the frontal ribs in so that you can grow tall through the sides of the waist. Continue to breathe here. One more breath all through the back of the thoracic spine. And as you exhale, allow the hands to lift up and above your head. Very nice, and float down in front of you. Let's make our way onto the backs. As you lay down onto your back, choose whether both feet feel comfortable with your knees in together at hip distance, or if it's okay to have your feet extended straight out in front of you. Whichever way is best for you. When you're ready, on your next inhale, draw the right knee into your chest. And then as you exhale, continue to drive through that left foot, internally rotating that left thigh in towards the midline. So all 5 toes are pointing straight up to the sky. Inhale, find length the size of the waist. Allow the gaze to be up at the sky. The chin is neutral, not jetting up. And as you exhale, allow the right leg to extend out towards the left. Very nice. And as you're ready, on the next inhale, left knee draws in towards the chest. As you exhale, extend through the right heel, growing tall through the sides of the waist. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, internally rotating that right thigh in towards the left. So all 5 of your toes are pointing straight up into the sky. Very nice, everybody. On your next exhale, let go of the left knee or whatever it is you're holding on to. Extend both legs out in front of you. And as you inhale, draw both knees into your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. And as you exhale, both the arms are going to float out to the side, palms facing down. If you don't have the rooms out to the sides to make a T, go ahead and goal post your hands, or a little cactus. As you inhale, find length. And as you exhale, allow both of the knees to draw over towards the right. Inhale, breathe into the left side of the ribs and the body. And as you exhale, maybe the gaze turns over towards the left hand. Inhale here. And as you exhale, draw both the legs up into the sky. Exhale, both of the legs draw over towards the left side. Inhale to find the same length, breathing into the right side of the body, spreading across the chest and the collarbones. And then as you exhale, maybe your gaze turns over towards the right hand. Inhale, continue to expand across the chest, breathing here. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, draw both of the knees up in towards the sky. Go ahead and give yourself a little rock side to side. Maybe giving yourself a rock up the length of your spine until you come into a seated position. Very nice. And then as you come into your seated position, allow yourself to rest down onto your heels, coming into Balasana. Hands come straight out in front of you for an active child's pose. The chest rests onto the tops of the thighs as the head begins to make its way down towards the mat. If you like, you can go ahead and have your your knees at mat width distance apart so that the chest rests in between the thighs. Whichever is most comfortable to you, breathe into the back ribs, allowing the ribs to expand across the back with every inhale. Very nice. Push down into your pointer finger, push down into your thumbs, and then begin to activate your arms as if the biceps are rolling up and the triceps are rolling down. Push into the hands to push back into the hips. One more breath here. When you're ready, begin to walk your hands forward ever so slightly at shoulder distance apart. Allow the feet to tuck and the hips to come up and back into your first Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Taking a peek up at the hands, making sure that the pointer finger and thumb are pointing forward and you're pushing down into them to protect the wrist. Biceps are moving up and triceps are moving back. As the hips pull up and back, let's take a peek back at our toes. Let's make sure the heels are displaying outwards and tucked behind the second toe. And then as you inhale, maybe come high onto the tippy toes and put a deep bend in the knees to allow the tailbone to rise high into the sky. As you exhale, begin to allow the heels to drop down towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Breathing here, one more breath. Looking up at the hands, let the right foot step up to the right hand and allow the left hand to stay on the mat. As you inhale, let the right hand rise up into the sky. Nice. Exhale, pull the forehead away from the midline as you pull that right hip back. Very nice. Inhale, grow tall to the sides. As you exhale, continue to push down into that left hand to externally rotate through that left side of the arm. Very nice. When you're ready, the right hand comes down. How quietly can we pick up that right foot, step it back, and then let's step that left foot up to meet the left hand. Very nice. On an inhale, push down into your right hand and the left hand moves up into the sky. As you exhale, pull that left hip back and maybe the forehead pulls away from the midline. Inhale, find length, push down into that right hand and externally rotate through that entire shoulder. When you're ready, the left hand comes down, the right foot steps up. Inhale, come up halfway for a long spine, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold over your thighs and keep shifting the weight into the toes for Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathing here in this forward fold for quite a minute. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows and sway side to side. That might feel nice. Breathing here, nice smooth inhale as you continue to shift the weight forward into your toes. And then as you exhale, maybe switching over opposite elbows and continue to shift forward into the toes. Inhale, one more breath here. And as you exhale, strong legs, strong spine, rise you all the way up into the sky. Hi, everybody. So let's make our way to the top of the mat. And then the big toes can touch with the sliver space in between the heels, or the feet can be at hip distance apart. So let's push down into the big toe. Let's push down into the pinky toe and find the corners of the heels. Activate the thighs and the hamstrings by pulling the kneecaps up the legs. Draw the tailbone down towards the mat as you pick the frontal hip points up towards the shoulders. Don't allow the frontal ribs to puff out, so draw them back towards the back ribs and then pick the back of the ribs up off the waist. Allow the hands to float down next to the waist, palms facing forward. Make room in between the neck and the shoulders by drawing the hands down. Lift up to the chest and the sternum, and then find the point in front of you that isn't moving your drishti. Or maybe your gaze takes down to the ground. Continue to grow tall wherever you are, setting an intention for your practice here. When you're ready, both of the arms float up and above your head. Allow the pinkies to lead up towards the sky. Grow tall through the sides of the waist. As you exhale, fold over your thighs, Uttanasana. Keep shifting the weight forward into your toes. As you inhale, look up. Exhale, the right foot steps back. The right knee comes down towards the mat. Pause here. Draw that left hip back and untuck the right toes. Inhale, float the arms up and above your head for a low lunge. Continue to push down into that left heel, stacking the left knee above the left ankle, drawing the left hip back. Lower belly goes in and up. As you inhale, pick the back of the ribs up off the waist. Exhale, both hands move down towards the mat. Let's pick up that right knee and step that left foot back so we're at the top of a push-up. Both knees come down towards the mat. And then as you exhale, lower down halfway for Chaturanga. As you lower down completely onto your belly, push down into the tops of the feet and then draw the ankles in towards each other. Push down into your pubic bone. As you pull your hands back and elbows move in towards each other. Inhale for Bhujane Asana, Baby Cobra. As you exhale, push down into your hands and pull your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Very nice. As you inhale, draw the right foot up to the right hand, left knee comes down towards the mat. Pause here. Inhale, draw that right hip back. As you rise the hands up and above your head, grow tall. Lower belly moves in and up, pick the back of the ribs up off the waist. As you exhale, both hands come down towards the mat. Pick the left knee up and step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold back over the thighs. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch, and look up at the thumbs. As you exhale, pull the hands straight down the center for Samastitihi. Very nice. Let's do that again. As you inhale, float the arms up and above your head. As you exhale, fold over the thighs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, move the weight into the toes as you look up. As you exhale, left foot steps back, left knee comes down towards the mat. Draw the right hip back before you float the arms up and above your head. Continue to sink down towards that right heel. Growing tall, lower belly moves in and up. As you exhale, pick up the right knee and step the right foot back. This time, shift forward onto your toes and then bend the elbows halfway for Chaturanga. Flip over the tops of the feet. Knees and hips are lifted off of the ground. Pull the shoulder heads back for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. As you exhale, push down into your hands. Pull the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Very nice, everybody. One breath here in this Adho Mukha Svanasana. When you're ready, the left foot's going to step up to the left hand. Right knee comes down towards the mat. As you inhale, lift the arms up and above your head for the low lunge. Continue to feel the sensation throughout the right hip, right iliopsoas. When you're ready, hands come down. They frame the left foot. Pick up the right knee and step the right foot up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, stand all the way up. Palms touch. Look up at the thumbs. As you exhale, hands come straight down the center for Samastitihi. Very nice, everybody. So let's take a nice wide step out to the right. And from deep within the right hip socket, let's externally rotate that right thigh, knee, shin, and foot. And let's drop this left heel back at a 45-degree angle. Deep bend in this right knee. Hands flow out to a T, and then reach forward with your right hand. As you inhale, find the length, and as you exhale, the right hand comes down onto the floor as the left hand comes up into the sky. Very nice, everybody. Now, continue to draw that right hip back, push down into your right hand, and then push in your right elbow into the right shoulder. Very nice. Resist with the shoulder, your right knee. Very good. And as you exhale, continue to expand across your chest. Maybe the gaze turns up towards the corner of the upper ceiling. Breathing here. When you're ready, float back up into the Virabhadrasana 2. And then just to pass through, straighten out that right leg. Hop the left foot in so you're at sharp heel to heel alignment. Pull the hips back as you reach forward with your right hand. Reach forward so much that the right hand lands on the right shin or right big toe. And as you exhale, the left hand floats up into the sky for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, pull the forehead, so pull away from the midline to grow tall to the sides of the waist. And then as you exhale, maybe get the belly and the chest to continue to move up towards the sky. There should be a leaning back sensation here. One more breath. And let's get ready to look down at our big toe. Let's place our hand, put a bend in the right knee, and place the hand 6 to 12 inches past our pinky toe. As you inhale, lift up off of the back foot for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Either float the hand or use a block, but continue to draw the right hip underneath you and allow the left hand to come up towards the sky. If you like, take the gaze to the middle of the room or up to your left hand, but continue to draw that right hip underneath you, stacking the heels above each other. One more breath. How gracefully can you move back into your Trikonasana, triangle pose? Lift up, very nice, everybody, and internally rotate that right thigh. Nice. So let's externally rotate that left thigh, knee, shin, and foot, and then drop the right heel back at a 45-degree angle. Nice deep bend in that left knee as you reach forward with the left hand. Inhale to find that length. As you exhale, left hand comes down onto the inside of your left ankle. Right hand floats up towards the sky. Let's push down into that right hand and push the left shoulder into the left thumb. And let's resist the left knee into the left shoulder. Keep drawing that left hip underneath you and spreading across the chest and the collarbones. You're doing great. Inhale here. Maybe the gaze is up at the right hand. Maybe it's at the corner of the ceiling. Wherever you are, allow the belly and the chest to move up towards the sky as you breathe. Floating up and just passing through this Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten out that left leg. Hop the right foot in, setting up for Trikonasana as you pull back through the hips and reach forward with your left hand. Continue to reach forward with the left hand until it lands on the left shin. Right hand floats up into the sky. Push down into that left big toe, micro bend in the left knee. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, look down at the left pinky toe, put a bend in the left knee, and then float that right leg up behind you for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Breathing here, not holding our breath just because things got difficult, but playing in this pose, this Ardha Chandrasana. When you're ready, how gracefully can we come back into our Trikonasana, triangle pose? Very nice. Pull our hips, our hands up, and then parallel our feet. Hands become onto the hips. Let's drop those heels back, lift up to the chest, lift up to the sternum, and when you're ready, as you exhale, fold over your legs. Very nice. Allow the hands to stack directly underneath the shoulders as you shift the weight forward into your toes. Continue to draw the heels outwards as you begin to allow the top of your head to move down towards the mat. Walk your hands back as you draw the elbows in towards each other. Let's keep shifting the weight forward into our toes. Breathing here again, not holding our breath just because it got difficult. Keep moving the weight forward into the toes, using our hands on the ground as traction from toppling over. You're doing great. Let's pull those shoulder heads away from the floor. When you're ready, walk the hands out in front of you so the shoulders stack above the wrist. Inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, hands come onto the hips and stand all the way up. Very nice. Maybe heel toe the feet together and take a step up to the top of the mat. As you inhale, float the hands up next to your ears. As you exhale, sink the hips down into the heels for Katasana chair pose. Let's take a look down at our toes. Make sure you can still see them. If not, move the shins back and sit down a little bit lower. Let's draw the lower belly in and up as that tailbone moves down towards the mat. Hands float up next to the ears. As you exhale, keep the bend in the knees and fold over your thighs for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Move it through your version of a vinyasa. So inhale for the back bend. Exhale for Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Nice. As you inhale, let's step that right foot up to the right hand and seal the back of the mat at a 45-degree angle. Walk the right foot over one heel and one toe as you pull the right hip back. Inhale, float the arms up and above your head for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As you exhale, hands come down, step that right foot back, move it through your vinyasa or skip it all together and meet us in down dog. Left foot steps up to the left hand, the right foot seals the back of the mat. Inhale, float up to your Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As you exhale, hands come down, step that left foot back, moving it through your version of a vinyasa. When you get to your downward facing dog, go ahead and take 2 to 3 breaths here, just recognizing the heat that you're making within your body. When you're ready, the right foot steps up and then the left foot steps up. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold back over the thighs, sink the hips into the heels and float the arms up for Katasana chair pose. Sink a little bit lower for just a breath or two and then stand all the way up. Hands come down to the center, Samasthiti. Very nice. Let's do that again. But as you inhale, float the arms up and above your head, sink the hips down into the heels, hands come into the chest, and then let's cross the left elbow over the right thigh. Look down at both of the knees, and then let's pull back on that left hip if you need to. Inhale, find length. Exhale, get the belly and the chest to move up towards the sky. Breathing here. In this Utkatasana twist. Keep the fold in the legs as you exhale. Uttanasana. Keep shifting the weight into the toes as you inhale for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, sink the hips back down into the heels. Float the arms up next to your ears, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, the right elbow crosses over the left thigh, looking down at the knees, pulling back on that right hip if we need to keep them aligned. Inhale, find that same length. And then as you exhale, continue deep to twist from deep within the center. One more breath. As you fold over your legs, exhale. Inhale, look up. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. You're at the top of a push-up. Allow both knees to come down towards the mat and sit back onto your heels. Float both of the legs in front of you. Very nice, everybody. And allow both feet to extend out in front of you. With your next inhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest and then begin to pull back so that the right foot is in line with the right hip. Inhale, find the same length that we've been making. And then as you exhale, allow the right hand to come onto the right leg. And as you exhale, float that left hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall through the sides of the waist. And maybe as you exhale, you use your right elbow as leverage onto your right knee. Inhale, continue to find that same length. Driving through that left heel, Chandrasana 0. On your next exhale, let go of whatever you're holding on to, extending both legs out in front of you. Inhale, allow the left knee to move in towards the chest and pull the left foot in towards you. Sit down, so maybe you have to walk that left foot over so that the hips stay even on the ground. Inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, float the right hand behind you and maybe use the left elbow on leverage and the left knee. Inhale, always finding that same length. And then as you exhale, driving through that right heel, internally rotating that right thigh in towards the left. Very nice, everybody. Continue to grow tall. Maybe the gaze turns over the right shoulder. When you're ready, as you exhale, letting go of whatever holding on to, extending both legs out in front of you. Inhale, draw the right foot into the right thigh. Allow the right knee to come down towards the mat. If you need to stick a pillow or a block or something underneath the support, go ahead and do that now. Inhale, float the hands up and above your head to find the length. As you exhale, begin to turn your torso over towards that left thigh and then begin to fold over your thighs. Very nice. Inhale, look up, find length. As you exhale, deepen within this Chandrasana. Just noticing how the exhales have become easier, how the inhales have begun to lengthen to meet the exhales. Inhale, look up. Exhale, extend both of the legs out in front of you. On your next inhale, draw the left foot in towards the right thigh. Left knee comes down towards the mat. Inhale, float the hands up and above your head. As you exhale, start to turn ever so slightly towards your right thigh and then begin to fold over the right leg. Inhale, look up, find that same length we've been making. As you exhale, drop down in towards the right thigh. Continuing to move inward. Allowing the heart rate to lower down. Inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, both legs float out in front of you. Very nice. So this time as you inhale, draw both legs in towards the center so that the soles of the feet begin to touch. Draw them in as close as you can towards your body. Let both of the knees to come out towards the side. Inhale, grow tall through the sides of the waist. Find the same length. And as you exhale, maybe you open up your feet with your hands and begin to lean forward. This shouldn't be a very big or excessive stretch here, but allow there to be a stretch. So as you inhale, find the length of the sides of the waist, the back of the neck. As you exhale, continue to hinge forward through the hips. Breathing here through the lower back, to the thighs and the hips, the knees. When you're ready, come back up. Extend both legs out in front of you. Inhale for the last time, finding that length we've been making all class. And then as you exhale, folding over both of your legs for Tanasana. Continuing to move inward with these last couple of poses. The mind's going to begin to wander a lot more, and that's completely natural and normal. Maybe just pay attention to where your thoughts are moving to, memory or a plan. Are you problem solving right now or thinking about dinner? On your next inhale, look up. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, begin to roll down on towards your back, coming into our final pose of the day, Savasana. Allowing the right and the left leg to open up towards the right and left, externally rotating. Allowing the palms to face up towards the sky. Continuing to breathe here naturally and normally, noticing how the belly naturally rises up on the inhales and how naturally the belly falls in towards the spine with every exhale. And as the mind begins to wander, just honor your thoughts, but recognize it's moved away from your breath. Nice, smooth, gentle inhales in through the nose. Nice, smooth, gentle exhales or sighs out through the mouth. Doing that again. Smooth, gentle inhales in through the nose. Allowing the chest to rise up towards the sky. And as you exhale, allowing the chest and the belly to lower down towards the mat, getting smaller and smaller. When you're ready, gently push into the big toe and just push the big toe in. Allow the wrists to make circles. Drawing the knees in towards the chest and then rolling over to your favorite side. Sitting in this fetal position for one last moment and rest. When you're ready, let's push down into Mother Earth and rise up to Great Father Sky. Coming into a nice cross-legged position, allowing the hands to rest onto the knees, allowing the eyes to stay gently closed or keeping the gaze down towards the ground. Always recognizing and honoring the body, that every day we move, it feels different, and that the hardest part of every single practice is showing up. The highest light in me sees and honors the highest light in all of you. Thank you for joining me for, this is the 11th day, 11 days of joy. It's like I said, it's hard. The hardest part's showing up. It's hard showing up on a daily practice. It's hard making time out for yourself. It's hard not feeling guilty for doing something for yourself. It's hard showing up, man. It's even though these practices are 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, wait until we start doing 60 minutes. So after this 14 days, we'll be doing the Zoom style for 14 days, and that will be a little bit different to help practice on those listening skills and not having to watch up and look at the camera up so much. And then just really focusing on how the body moves in those different ways and holding our poses for a little bit longer. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for 12th Day of Joy, and drink lots of water and have a good one.